Today I'm gonna build a real civilization on Minecraft using MineColonies mod. This mod allows you to construct magnificent buildings and welcome active citizens. Miners, lumberjacks, builders, or even soldiers. Each contributes to the defense and growth of the city. In the previous episode, and once I was equipped, I looked for a place to set up my colony. I chose a plain and my first 4 citizens quickly arrived. And the episode ended with the construction of the very first building of the city. And now let me tell you the rest of my adventure. The sun rises over Bovidom for a brand new day in the city. A city that now has 4 villagers, and 3 of them are chatting here, just in front of the town hall. Or at least the town hall block, because the building isn't built yet. So I have a choice between 2 quests, and I think I'll start with Myler because he's builder. So Myler asks me to bring him a scroll of resources. I don't know what it is, but I assume it can be crafted. Indeed, I'm gonna need 2 leathers and 6 sticks. Unfortunately, I don't have any leather in stock, but with all the cows around me, I should be able to find 1 or 2 that will accept to be transformed into a scroll. It might also be a good idea to make some pens. Let's see if there are any buildings that allow me to do it directly in my colonies. And that's it, I have 4 leathers. Leathers, sticks, there you go. Let's now give this magnificent scroll to Myler. He gave me the scroll back and told me that I can activate it by clicking here on the block in the hut. From what I understand, this scroll will allow me to see the list of resources needed by Myler so he can build my building. By the way, I see that he still wants to talk to me. Myler would like to have a house to live in. Looks like he doesn't want to live in his builder's hut. And I see that Adeline also wants to talk to me, and she would also like a house to live in. I think it's clear I'm gonna have to build a house for them. By the way, is 1 house enough for all my inhabitants? While I'm at it, I'm also gonna talk to Kyler. He has a quest and it might also be related to his housing needs. I did well to talk to him. He told me exactly the same thing. He would like to have a roof over him, and he told me straight up that I can build a tavern to get several beds. It will also allow me to house my citizens at night and protect them from outside dangers. And to craft the associated block, I need a barrel with planks. So I'll take my building tool again. I think placing it here on the left of the town hall is a good idea, since it starts to mark out the central square. Level 1, build. However, it's right in the hill. The building is so deeply buried that I don't even know where the block is. I'll try to find it, so I can at least get the list of items I need to provide. Normally, the block should be at the top right. I am definitely having a hard time finding the tavern block. Yay, there it is. Build options, I need quite a few resources, but once again, these are pretty basics. I can see that Myler is getting the list of materials over there, and now if I look at my scroll, perfect, the resources appear, and Myler just started to terraform. That's good, and I'm taking the opportunity to give him a stock of tools because I think he'll use them quickly. It's crazy, there's 1 working behind me, and in the meantime, the other 3 are watching. Anyway, I'm gonna go and gather the resources needed to build the tavern, but also those for the town hall. I think it could be smart to build the main building of the city. And I will start with wood. I need 250 logs for the buildings, and that's not counting the planks. Honestly, I'm gonna do a little favor. I'm going to go straight to crafting the tools I need out of iron. Otherwise, I will never make it. I think I replant the trees as I cut them down, because otherwise I'm gonna quickly run out of forests around my base. And look who's visiting me. There you go, get out of my city. And I'm gonna end up making a collection of banners. I can see that they're attacking me. I don't mind, but I hope they won't attack my citizens, because they don't have any shelter yet. Luckily, the tavern is under construction. My 2 iron axes got through, but it was worth it when I see the 9 stacks of woods I collected. On the other end, I can clearly see that I cut down a huge part of the forest. I'm really going to replant some trees now. Oh, rainbow! It looks like it's starting to grow right at the colony. I need to replant the trees I cut down, otherwise the resources will disappear. That should do the trick. And what a nice surprise to find the fields fully grown when I get back. Food, food, food. In my opinion, I will have to feed the entire population. And you go away, I don't want to see you around here. And without realizing it, I already have quite a bit of food. And I think putting some potatoes to cook isn't such a bad idea. So how is Myler doing with his terraforming? Wow, looks like it's almost over. That's nice, Myler, you made good progress. What is cool is that I will be able to directly get the dirt and the cobblestone he gathered from his inventory. Saving myself a mining session suits me well. By the way, I have 2 very strange objects in my hands. In red, that's an onion, and in white, a garlic. I have the impression that I can get them by breaking blocks around me. I have to ask a farmer to plant it for me. I will keep it nice and warm for now, and I will craft the items needed to build a tavern. Is it me, or is Myler keeping to dig deeper and deeper? Is he ever going to stop? Right, he tells me that he wants to get a house. Well, Myler, it's exactly what you're building now. So while he digs down to the center of the earth, I will be able to craft all the wood materials I need. And I now have 40 baked potatoes, nice! A few crafts later, here I am with a nice stock of oak-based materials. I have a good amount of logs, planks, framed planks, stairs and slab. And I also crafted some fences. I also used logs to make oak wood, and in the top right you can see that I also have pressure plates, trapdoors and doors. The tavern is a big building, but I still crafted more than I need to make a stock and get ahead, especially for the town hall. And what is really cool about the scroll is that it tells me right away where I am with the materials. The blocks in black are the blocks that are already in Myler's inventory. The ones in green are those that are in my own inventory. I will have to give them to Myler later. And the ones in red are the blocks that I'm missing. Actually, I'm not missing much, and I should be able to find andesite in the cave. There you go, perfect! And that's good because there is also gravel, and I need that to make coarse dirt. Half gravel and half dirt make coarse dirt. Next, I'm crafting a shed to get some wool. I can't see any sheep around me, and I need 12 wools to make 4 beds. And that's it for the 4 beds. So I don't have much space left in my inventory, and now I only have 3 barrels left to craft, including brand new ones added by the mod. And the crafts are pretty simple. All I need to do here is make 1 column of planks with 2 columns of sticks, which gives me standing barrel. And now the same thing but horizontally to get laying barrel. And finally I will finish with classic barrels. And thanks to that I now have all the materials I need. And now all I have to do is give all of it to Myler, who is waiting in his hut because he doesn't have any material to build. So if I go to the hut block and I go to the category of required resources, I can press the little arrows here, which should gradually take the resources from my inventory and add it to Myler's inventory. Indeed, I only have now the surplus in my inventory. Everyone's off to bed, and I suggest we watch Myler building the tavern in a time lapse. This tavern is really nice. From what I can see, there's a basement and a upper floor, and I will start the tour in the basement. It looks like this is the main room of the tavern. Adeline and Kyler are already making themselves at home. Is it just me or is something going on between them? Well, looks like I just got them out. So here on the left is a bar with quite a few barrels. What is great is that the citizens shouldn't get too thirsty. And it now looks like it's night time because they're all going upstairs to sleep. Oh, so cute, there's Myler snoring in his bed. And in the other room I have Adeline and Kyler sleeping together. Maybe they think I didn't see them, but I think it's official, I have my first couple in the colony. Well, I will let them sleep now. And now if I go back to the basement, I can see that 2 inhabitants just arrived. They seem to want to chat, and I'm curious to know what they have to say to me. Ashton tells me that he's not so fan of this place, but it is all he has fun for now, and he would be happy to join the civilization for 5 cakes. And there's a skeleton beating up the newcomers. Oh, and they're fighting back, that's cool. And oh my gosh, I would have been disgusted to lose my tavern right now. Well, this is a real mess here. There are new citizens everywhere. These characters are actually travelers from all around the world who are relaxing here, and they all say they would like to join my colony in exchange for resources. One of them, for example, asks for 35 redstones, and another one asks for 20 books. And I think that before recruiting new citizens, it could be a good idea to give work to those I already have. So I spoke with Adeline, and she congratulated me on building a tavern, and I realized that my citizens are starting to get hungry. It's true that I haven't fed them yet, but now I'm gonna ask Myler to build a town hall once I have collected all the necessary materials. And my 3 other citizens are starting to ask for professions because they're getting bored. But before building the profession buildings, I really think I should build a town hall. Actually, I did well collecting all the resources earlier. All I need is a campfire. I'll drop off all of the resources and let's go for another time lapse. I have some terrible news to tell you. I was on my way getting a shovel to terraform when suddenly a group of pillagers arrived. Myler was building and they appeared right on top of him. It's terrifying. Poor Myler was surrounded by 4 pillagers with crossbows. So he didn't survive, and he wasn't the only victim because Juliana also died. Honestly, it broke my heart, and I fought violently against the pillagers to avenge my 2 citizens. I'm really sad for Myler because I was starting to like him, so I took some time to meditate at the 2 graves and then it was time to move on. So I appointed Kyler as the new builder. I find it horrible to say, but Kyler was complaining about not having a job and now he has one. One man's misfortune is another man's gain. So what does the town hall look like? From the outside it looks nice and I'm curious to see the inside. There's a main room with a chest that then opens up to a second room that houses the town hall block. And there's a ladder that allows me to climb to the top of the tower and have a very nice view of the surroundings. And also of a new group of pillagers over there. This is not going well at all. I'm too afraid they will come back and kill the population. And isn't Kyler sleeping with Ren and Adeline sleeping alone next room? But now let's get some sleep before there's another disaster. I'm gonna get rid of the pillagers that are roaming around the city. And there are 2 more down there. Just go away from my city. And while going through the different buildings, I saw some walls. Corner wall, gate, segment, tower. And what does the gate look like? So this is the level 1 gate. It looks a bit like a fence. And same for the wall, it's clearly a fence, and I have enough resources to build one. However, I don't have what it takes to surround my entire colony with walls. I'm gonna need way too many stacks of wood to build such a wall, and it's only level 1. I'm going to need a wall around the city, but I think it's a good idea to start by building a forester's hut. So I'm going to light up my entire city center with torches for now. Now let's remove the weeds from the central square and try a little pattern for the ground. Let's add some dirt and path around here, and that's it for the dirt path. It looks good and I'm quite happy with it. I'm definitely going to run out of gravel here, so let's go back to the cave where I should be able to find some. And I hope my villagers won't get killed. I will use torches to get all the gravel that I need. This gravel should allow me to make a huge part of the ground. I need steps so I can get to the town hall, and I wonder what it will look like to put wood there. Oh no, they're back again! Are you kidding me? They always come in groups of 4. They're not so strong but enough to kill my villagers. I'm wondering if building a wall would be enough to defend my city. In any case, I like the central square. It's a bit muddy, which is exactly what I was looking for, and I think I'll stop there for today. I hope you enjoyed this new episode, and if so, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss episode 3. I'll see you soon in the next episode.